Hey golfers, Will here, golf psychologist. Today I'm going to show you a technique for how to understand and learn hand plane. Yes, you heard me right, the plane of your hands. Let's get started. So, we hear a lot about the plane of the club head, but what about the hands? Whatever the handle does, the club head is going to follow. And what happens in a lot of the lessons that I teach with mid-handicappers that have been playing a long time is that they come to me and they say, I'm having trouble hitting the ball long as I think I should. Or they say, I'm having trouble with contact. Well, we can't just address contact or distance. Those are an effect of what is happening. So you have to find the cause and effect relationship. A lot of times it's where their hands are going that determines all of these issues. So as we look at the common fault, it would be that the hands travel too far inside and the club face starts to close early on in the swing. So if you're looking down the line, the club face starts to close because we're trying to avoid that open club face, and we think we don't even maybe know we're doing it. Maybe you're doing it on purpose, but the club face is closing too early. The hands are going too far this way, and then we get into a situation at the top of the swing where the club is pointing there. And then the next move is deadly because it becomes this kind of move here. The wrists start to move before the body even starts to turn. That's why there's distance issues, and that's why there's contact issues. If you're coming in too steep, you're going to hit the ball too high, and you may hit behind it, or you may flip at the last second and catch it thin. Now, even if you're a beginner or an advanced player, you can work on this technique of your hand plane to really start to groove and perfect your golf swing. So here's what I mean by it: hand plane. Where are the hands traveling throughout the swing? And you want to look for some checkpoints. The first checkpoint as you address the ball with an iron is after you kind of get your takeaway done, making sure that the hands move toward the ball. You're trying to get the hands away from the body to create a situation where the weight of the club head is balanced and controlled by the hands and the forearms. If the club head goes here or up here, the weight gets a little bit off balance. You're trying to release that club head into the ball without a lot of effort. So again, you got to get those hands traveling toward the ball, and you can see what that does to the club head. It automatically puts it into a balanced position, and I get it into a place where I'm in sync with the body and the arms. And then I can really deliver the weight of the club head into the ball. I'm going to show you a little drill on how to do that, and also talk a little bit about the hand plane on the way down. So take it away, kind of pause, move the hands toward the ball, and you'll see that the club will kind of get into that plane right there where you've got this support of the club head with the arms. Take it to the top without changing anything with the direction of the club face. So here, hands out, you're just taking it to the top. And then on the way down, you want to make sure the hands don't go too far in. Because again, if I go in here and the elbow kind of gets behind the back, then I have to flip, or I have to back off a bit, and I have to stand tall too early. And that gets you out of your rotation with your pelvis. And you don't want that either. So on the way down, the hands have to stay on that plane that you established by pushing them a little bit toward the ball as opposed to toward your leg. And a lot of times this is like the exact opposite of what we would think we should do, or what we've maybe been told to do, which is get to the top, pull the hands down, get them all the way down, get your arm into your body. And in a way that is true, but it's not true for the entire swing on the way down. You are pulling down, but you got to make sure the hands are going out so that you can get the club head to get behind you, and then that natural force takes over and you just release it into the ball. But you also are going to have to train yourself on, as you're coming in, if you're throwing those hands toward the ball, you can see you get the hands out in front of the ball, which is good, but you've got to release that club head and get the timing down of how to accelerate the club head at the right time in the swing. Do that drill for you and hit a shot so you can kind of see how those mechanics work. You set up there, get that takeaway, push the hands toward the ball, then you're just turning to the top and then making sure the hands don't go here, but they go here, and then you're releasing the club into the ball with the trail wrist. Here's a little bit example of how it works. And so if you do that, work on those motions, you'll start to feel some really cool things as far as how the club is supported, and it'll feel very light, and it'll feel like there's a lot of effortless power in your swing. So hand playing is what gets you all that, and I think that you'll find it'll work. So definitely give it a shot, and good luck to you. We'll see you next time.